Now the continued fallout from the jury's not guilty verdict in the George Zimmerman trial. Overnight, dozens of these protesters gathered at a busy Los Angeles intersection after they ignored commands to leave. LAPD officers shot beanbags to try breaking up the rally, and they arrested a dozen people. Back here in the Miami Valley, Reverend Al Sharpton's group, the National Action Network, chose Dayton as one of 100 U.S. cities to stage direct actions. Ali Aliou shows us why we made the cut.
When the verdict came in, people began to scream and holler, "Reverend, what are you going to do?" I have to reverse that question to simply ask this community, what are you going to do?
Tonight, many are still upset over George Zimmerman's not guilty verdict.
As black people, we fight so hard for justice, and it seems like we're getting nowhere with it.
We need to be rallying. We need to be hosting gatherings. We need to be engaging our young people in major conversation, but that leads to activism.
And one of those rallies is here in front of the federal courthouse Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Dayton is one of 100 cities nationwide that will be protesting this Saturday, asking for justice for Trayvon Martin.
Because we wear hoods.
We did a hoodie rally here in Dayton, which according to a lot of numbers was one of the largest such demonstrations at that time across the nation. I think that because of that kind of news and that kind of concern, we are becoming a go-to city.
Some feel Dayton is a top place for national activism because we have a case playing out here in the next few months that has some similarities to the George Zimmerman trial. 2 security guards are going on trial for murder for shooting and killing 25-year-old Dante Price just 3 days after Trayvon Martin's death.
Armed security guards who are confronting an individual, an African-American male, who is also unarmed, who is perceived to be a threat only because of the color of his skin, much like a George Zimmerman who overzealously took the life of Trayvon Martin.
Bishop Richard Cox spoke with Dante Price's mom after the Zimmerman verdict.
Sabrina was crying because they had found this man not guilty, and she's fearful that that verdict in Sanford, Florida, may set a precedent for her son's case that's coming up.
That trial begins this September. In Dayton, Wale Aliou, ABC 22 News.
The Adam Project also is going to host a forum this Thursday night at the Central State University Dayton campus. For details on that and on Saturday's rally, find this story on our website, abc22now.com.